last time on the journey of the squad in Phandelver and below, we reached a surprisingly, which I think caught everybody by surprise, as we reached Cragmar Castle much sooner than expected and began our opening raids on it. In doing so, after sneaking around, we found some hobgoblins and also a deal gone awry with, if I remember it correctly, a shapeshifter who we tried to talk with a lot longer than probably they wanted to, because they could read our minds and that we were just going to kill them eventually, probably. So, yeah, and we did. So, they were right for that. And yeah, we just pick up, unless I'm forgetting something, right after they bit the dust.
Yeah, so we took a short rest and talked to Gundren for a bit, and then I think literally we stopped right as Robert was stepping out the door to go kill things.
I guess we're starting off with the execution of the hobgoblins or some shit. I don't know.
All right.
We shall see.
As mentioned, last time you left off, you had just finished clearing out what you believe to be the boss of this region, the bugbear in charge of the room, and have rescued Gundren Rockseeker, who has promised you each, I believe, 25 gold.
Yeah.
To get him home.
What a deal!
With the promise of further discussion of payment upon return.
And potentially another job or something.
Yes.
Are you actively walking out the door, Robert, or do you want to do a little bit of talking first?
Robert's already gone.
Okay.
Robert said, "Fuck your conversation."
All right, we watched Robert walk out the door.
Frito, and I don't believe any of your friends ever introduced themselves to me.
Oh, we did. Oris, remember?
Ah, yes. Sorry, Oris. It's been quite the week. Starved, beaten, and tortured. My mind's still recovering.
It's all right. You've gone through a lot. And you know what, Gundren? The past few minutes past hour, I've been a bit of a prick to you. I know it's only been like 20 seconds, but it feels like it's been a lot longer than that. I've definitely calmed down a bit.
Oh, that is good to hear.
And I'll make sure that you don't die in here.
I was just going to say, if you're going to clear out the rest of the castle, it's probably best I stay here.
Yes. Got anything? Take one of those, when we leave, take one of those chairs. Oh, wait, the door's open both ways.
How about that back closet where you guys were shitting?
You want to hide in the shit room?
I hide in there. The goblins, I don't think, ever went in there.
I guess. Or you could take one of the chairs, hide right next to the door, and if anyone walks in that doesn't look like one of us, bang, and then run, or something. If you can run. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll get far.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Then you run into the shit room, because nobody's going to want to go in there.
Sir, do you have any spare weapons we could provide Gundren? Says Gerald in his voice. I have to tell you who's talking. I have a shield I could provide our friend if
yes.
anyone has a small blade or something they could provide.
Let's see what we got.
Gundren, you any good with a bow? Short bow?
I've hunted before with my brothers, but I'm more proficient with a hammer or a mace type weapon from my years in the forge.
I have got a crowbar.
I got a dagger. It's better than nothing.
There you go.
I
do have a hammer, but it's not the weapon kind.
A dagger and a shield would be more than enough for me to protect myself.
Dagger, shield, shit room, you should be safe.
Dagger,
shield, shit room should be safe. Dagger, shield, shit room should be right.
I would also like to examine the dead bodies of the shapeshifter and the
Didn't you burn it to a crisp?
boss. Oh, did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you melted it to
Oh yeah,
a
I
crisp.
kept
Yeah, we
using a
shit on it
fireball.
and then you burnt it to ash.
So on the
Last week was really weird, guys.
No.
on the boss goblin, is there any sort of like contract that they would have with the shapeshifter?
Give me an investigation.
That is a 14.
Looking through, I don't believe anyone looted anyone's bodies yesterday.
I got the map.
You got the map. That was the only thing people really looked for.
Yeah, we didn't really. Once we killed that doppelganger, we just immediately melted it. Actually, I think.
Looking around on the bigger bugbear, you find a chain shirt, a shield, a morning star, and a few javelins.
Gundren,
But
put
no
this shit
contracts. Oh, thank you. Looking at the doppelganger, besides the loose robes they were wearing, don't find a whole lot.
Just the remains of whatever feces was there.
Yes.
And this is all we're doing this as what's his face is marching to battle, I assume.
Robert is actively walking towards the hobgoblins, I assume, Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
All right.
Okay.
Because this conversation is happening, do you just walk in, Andrew? Do you try to do anything stealthfully?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some.
We have to remember he's dressed in the doppelganger's clothes, including her underwear. I don't know if that changed anything. Probably not.
So you're wearing like the loose flowing robe and underwear. Right.
Another addition to my collection.
What an image.
So you're walking in, not stealthily, you're trying to do like a deception type thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna seeing if detect thoughts is on a specific person or not. Yeah, I'm gonna walk in, try to deceive the boys that I am the doppelganger, because that'll definitely work.
Yes, definitely will.
Walk in like, what do you think, lads?
What do you think of the new drip?
All right. You proceed to walk in, and in the room you see the 4 hobgoblins around the fireplace that you saw earlier. 4 straw pallets line the east wall. The wall to the south has collapsed, but a boarded up door in that direction is still standing. A door in a better condition leads west, while a curtain hangs in an archway to the north. The curtain you just came through. Roll deception. Roll deception, and then based off of that roll, tailor what you are going to say to these hobgoblins.
Okay.
Did Gundren take all of the guy's stuff, by the way?
Sorry, that is part of what I'm working on. I'm actively creating a makeshift character sheet for him.
We've gained a companion, fellas. No,
The best roll of the night. First roll is a natural 20 on deception.
Oh!
Yeah.
Natural 20. Okay, yep.
You just walk in giving orders immediately.
Say what you want to say.
Fellas! Your king has set up. Your king is hosting a feast for his recent. Yes. Oh, great heavens, my throat is a bit dirty. Your king is hosting a feast and would like me to gather everyone in the hall of feasting food.
King Noel wants to throw a feast.
Yes, he has big
What
upcoming
was-
plans, and he'd like to get the morale up for the big raid, as it were.
What are we celebrating?
There's going to be a big upcoming raid on a certain village of dastardly humans who have been pestering your king, and we're pre-celebrating their demise.
King's doing a pre-raid banquet again. That sounds good. Were you able to resolve the issues with the money?
We came to a agreement that stipulated I stay for the feast, at least.
That's good to hear. We need some good fortune after those fuckers destroyed our hideout along the Tribord Trail.
Who gasped? What was that?
Well,
We're doing
Thanks
all
for
we
letting
can
us
to
know.
find it. Would you be able to
Mithra?
gather up the others? Or point me in the right direction, at least?
well, you know where people typically hang out. We got Yag and his crew probably already making the feast in the kitchen. And then the guards guarding the main entrance. And Lupo is doing her weird religious-y stuff in the chapel. Never quite understood that one.
is peculiar, but I like that. The feast will be in an hour, so I'm just letting you guys know. I'll go and round up the rest of them.
Good to know. We'll probably stay here until we see the boss come out and go to the party.
Sounds good. I will bow out and leave and go back into the boss's room.
All right, you head back in. Before we cut to that was probably like a 20-minute conversation. Was there any last things you wanted to talk about with Gundren while I finish this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Frito as well. Okay, so just like going back through some of the things that have happened recently, because I don't know if we've done a lot of fighting recently, so I'm trying just to catch up on notes. Phandelin's safe for now. Cragmore Castle, we are literally in it. Wave Echo Cave, we've found the location for, so cross those off the list. Sildar back in Phandelin, hopefully safe. Gundren is here with us. Nundra and Tharden are still missing, so 2 out of 3 on those. Glassstaff, dead. Didn't get to talk to him, but we did take care of the Red Brands. At least we think we took care of the Red Brands. King Gwrl, dead. Didn't get to talk to him, and we still need to deal with his goblins. And Sildar will pay us if we do that. The Spider, we know he's a drow, maybe, if Halia can be trusted. Has goblins working for him, may or may not know the location of Wave Echo Cave. Thanks for nothing, Gundren. Ruxithid, some kind of deep speech being or creature that is probably mind-controlling some of the local goblin population with magic or some shit. We don't know if Ruxithid and the Spider are working together. We don't even know if they are different people. They might be the same person, going by different names, but I doubt that. So basically, going back through my notes, we need information on the Spider, and I don't know if we can get it here, but if we can, it's integral to stopping him, or it, or whatever it is. We need it bad.
Maybe there's information in this room.
Yes, you did your investigation. Besides what was on the bodies, there was not a lot else in this room worth knowing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems this is where the bugbear slept. Didn't really keep a lot of information on hand here.
Are there any official-looking pieces of paper that are also blank?
Would goblins have those sorts of things?
You're looking for a piece of paper? No, not at least not in the big boss's room. The only piece of paper you found was the map Gundren held.
Yes, and I'm holding that very tightly to my person. I don't like the fact that the Spider seems to know things about us, and we only know what they want, not why they want it. Like, in theory, wanting to know the location of Wave Echo Cave, everybody would want to know that, right? But what specifically does the Spider want it for? I don't like the fact that we don't know that yet. We've gone through 2 of his agents now and not been able to gather any more information on them since Sildar told us.
Are you saying this as Dylan or Oris?
As Oris to Frito and Gundren. And I guess,
Well, I'm guessing this will be Gerald because he has actually been part of the party. Well, sir, I imagine if I was the boss of some criminal organization, would you trust a horde of goblins with sensitive information?
what do you mean by that, Gerald?
Well, I mean, they're not the most secretive race or the most trustworthy. There's always the chance someone else could walk in with more money, better offer, and you'd be ratted out in a flat second. They're good for being cannon fodder, and that's probably what they are. I imagine if anyone had our best bet at finding more information, it was probably, unfortunately, Glassstaff. Though I could be wrong, and there could be a trove of information somewhere else in the castle.
Hopefully. We need something. And I don't think it's going to come in Phandelin, so I'm pretty determined to stay out here until we find something.
Perhaps one of the other locations where we received information about has more details on this whole endeavor.
Yes, there was mention of strange goblins on the road. I think east, maybe? So maybe we can check that out. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the thing that isn't connecting, and maybe Gundren was just talking out of his ass, I don't know. But my theory is, why would the Spider send an agent to come get Gundren in the map if he already had it? If he already had the information. So that makes me think that he doesn't. But then Gundren says that he still might. But that doesn't make any sense, because why would he send the agent to come get the map if he already had the information?
Perhaps
Unless he's got Nundra and Tharden.
True intention was to
Kill Gundren.
tie up loose ends.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be it.
This is Gundren. I'm switching to Gundren.
Okay.
Perhaps the doppelganger's true intention was to tie up loose ends with me, the map, and these goblins here in the castle.
Well, they were doing a
And
shit
perhaps
job.
you're right. Perhaps while I've been held here, my brothers have been captured and they got the information that way.
Would your brothers give that information away?
Unless we can find them.
They don't have the map. So they'd have to say it, right?
They would have to say it, yes, but Nundren and Tharden are... Well, we're a close-knit family, as Frito can attest to you. If one of them was threatened, any one of us would gladly give up the information for their safety.
So it wouldn't be for, like, gold or something. They'd just do it to save the other. I guess that's fair enough.
Yes, no matter how much gold you have in the world, you can't... Well, that's not true. I was about to say, no matter how much gold you have in the world, you can't bring family back. But if you have a diamond, you can.
There are magics.
So you do have to get the diamond and the wealth and the person capable of casting it in like a week,
Yes.
or else you're fucked. So,
And I hear rumors that you never really come back the same.
I mean, I've never seen it, so I don't know.
It's at this point that I realize that Robert is no longer in the room, and I start looking around. What? Where'd the Ganassi go?
And right at that moment, unless Nick or Gerald, as me, and I don't, has anything else they want to contribute to the conversation, Robert will walk back in.
Nope, I'm all good.
All
Good,
right.
Bobby.
Ah, Robert, good to see you again. What were you doing?
I convinced the hobgoblins that we're having a feast, but they said they're going to wait until King Kong comes out of his room to go to it. So
There's another Goblin King? Oh,
yeah. We need to find him,
okay.
make him leave his room. But there definitely is a banquet hall somewhere in this castle.
Did you learn anything else from these hobgoblins? They just talk to you?
Yeah, I think they thought I was our shit bound.
Our doppelganger shit bucket. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Good job, Robert. Very useful today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them I'd round up the rest of the goblins. So that's
Okay.
that's my current-
Oh, smart. Okay, we
Bang.
can go deal with the goblins and bunchins, because goblins are a lot easier to... Did I say bunchins? The goblins are a lot easier to deal with than hobgoblins, so... Take care of the goblins. We will have to fight the hobgoblins at some point, because Sildar wants us to destroy all the goblins here.
Sildar. Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yes.
Always thinking of protecting the greater world. Then, yeah, I don't know. He's a good man. I'm glad he's my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
But,
Pain in the ass sometimes.
Can't we all be?
Yeah, I mean, I told an abused man that I wanted to kill myself because he wanted to give me money. So, yeah, we all definitely can be. Shall we look around
Yes,
the rest
that
of the
was-
castle?
Did I hear you say you had a scroll of fireballing, or did I hear that when I was high?
Me? Yes, I have a scroll of fireball. I was hoping to use it on the spider, but do you have an idea?
It could be a bit silly if we got all the goblins into a room and then exploded the whole room,
We could.
or the hobgoblins. I don't know.
How much damage does fireball do?
It's like at third level, which I think is what you're casting it at, right?
Yeah.
This is a
8d6? Or is that at first level? Or whatever. I don't know.
8d6. That sounds high.
When you
Fuck.
cast the spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6. Okay, so yeah, 8d6 is the base damage it does.
That's pretty good.
So anywhere from 8 to big math money. Well, I'll allow you to make that decision, Robert, if you think... I feel like we could take out goblins. Maybe we use it on the hobgoblins.
Yeah, that could also be.
We kill the goblins,
Whatever
we
you guys
lure the
think.
hobgoblins into the banquet, then we
Well,
launch a fireball.
so I, for one, am ready to purge these evildoers in any means necessary.
Yes. Purge them to the extent where they no longer can hurt anyone.
I do apologize if I'm playing the paladin a little bit differently than Jacob was when he did contribute.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Fine. One day he'll show back up,
What
right?
are you trying to say?
I'm just saying because I know at one point he mentioned he was going to play Gerald as someone who didn't really want to kill anyone,
Yeah.
but at the same time you're a paladin and these are evil creatures, so I'm leaning into that more.
Yeah, he
For
does.
humans, I'll still
Different,
respect
and it's
that.
wrong.
Yeah, I think killing goblins is fine. I hope I never run for D&D president because that'll get me in trouble. All
Probably
right.
not. To be honest, I think just about everyone agrees with that statement, probably in the D&D world.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Shall we just start heading to rooms that we haven't been in yet and looking around? Doppelganger first?
Should we not take care of the hobgoblins since they might alert everyone else of the banquet and we might have run into more people that way?
Didn't they say they were going to stay in their room until the banquet?
Well,
Yes.
when did you say the banquet was happening?
An hour from now.
So if we go around and an hour has passed and their leader hasn't come out, won't they start getting curious?
Well,
They'll
sure.
probably walk in here.
They'll find the
So
dead
we-
guy. We'll be long gone by then. Well, in a different room.
Should Gundren hide somewhere else then if they might possibly be coming in here?
Yeah, I think Gundren should come with us.
Gundren should come with us.
How much, Gundren, how healthy do you feel right now?
I mean, a little short. The little respite we had in the food definitely healed some of my wounds, but I'm not. I've been
Combat
here a
ready?
week. I mean, I could help a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't imagine I'll be
Okay, Gundren,
as helpful as you want me to be.
if you want to stay alive, don't leave Gerald's presence, okay? Unless, of course, he goes charging into enemies, in which case, do not go towards the enemies. If an enemy approaches you, do what you must, but try to avoid them at all costs. Did you end up giving him that bow, by the way, Frito?
Yeah, I can give him the bow.
Just in case.
Yeah, because if you can use the
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 boot.
bow Gundren, and just hang back here, and your cover will be greatly appreciated.
I'm not very good with the bow, but I have
Try your
my
best, man. That's all
own
good.
ways to help a little bit if
Okay.
you need me to.
Yes, just try to keep yourself alive.
As he says that, he nods and starts picking up some of like the scrap metal that's lying around from like the javelins and some of the weapons you guys gave him, and you see he sort of builds this little contraption. You're not quite sure what it does, but he takes it, nods, and then puts it in his bag, or
The fuck
To,
was
like-
that?
ties it up. You said you wanted me to help, so I was preparing some surprises for the goblins.
Oh, well, sure.
Shirt pants.
Certainly would be great to surprise some goblins. Can we not surprise us, though? Maybe you should tell us what that is. Is it gonna hurt us? Why are you so
No.
against telling us?
I wanted to surprise you as well. I thought it would be fun. I promise it won't hurt any one of you. I just want to impress you all for the first time in combat.
Okay, if that's what you want. I mean, we're in a situation that's life or death. If you want to have fun, fair enough.
Hey, let a man who's been stuck for a week, being starved and beaten, have a little bit of fun in life before he potentially dies.
Yeah, sure.
Fun is always good. It goes hand in hand with killing things.
I don't trust
Yeah,
this
I
guy's
assure you.
priorities.
I do.
Oh, that sums up our D&D.
Yeah. We should have a morale scale or whatever, but it's just us on each end of the scale. All right, Robert, lead the way.
Yes. Robert walks out back to the gong area, picks up his gong, and then heads through the door.
So here.
People start walking. Are you guys attempting to be stealthy?
Probably should be. It's,
Or at least you are actively trying to not make enough noise that people question why 5 people just walked out of the room.
yeah.
That would be best.
Let's get a group stealth roll. Collectively, we're
Do
just
I
trying to
contribute or no?
beat. Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Because I'm just walking around because I'm parading as the changeling.
You. That's true.
I could
You're not
also-
actively trying
Yeah.
to hide. So you make it. Your presence makes it so
Am I like
the
using my
DC,
presence to
the
help
rest
them?
of the group. You're not, or are you?
I don't know. That's just a question.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You pretending to be the person and getting that nat 20. So you're like portraying this drow very well, despite not being a drow. You sort of condense the air in your face to be like a shade of the bluish, darkish blue that drow are. The purple,
Mhm.
I suppose.
It's
the
fucking
correct color.
racist.
Yeah, he's sort of doing purple face right now. I don't know how you feel about that, Oris.
I'm just dead-eyeing him.
But you being here in your presence will lower the DC the group is trying to make to 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Gerald does have disadvantage. He was 2. So he got a 2. Gundren stealth. He got a 10. So we got a 2 and a 10.
It's not looking good, boys. I got a 9.
9.
I got an 11.
So we just weren't trying to stealth at all, actually.
You were not,
Wait,
because
I rolled for Gundren.
I rolled for Gundren.
Damn it. 18. No, I'm kidding.
The more concerning thing is Gerald is just being pretty noisy.
No one got a natural 1, though, right?
No one got a natural 1. I'll say yeah. You guys make it. No one comes out of the hobgoblin room. They were aware of the party, and they hear this clanking, and they're just like, You don't know what they're thinking, but they're not in a hurry to come investigate. No one else is really. You don't really notice anything, I should say. What room are you looking to go into next?
I'm gonna go through the door I'm standing in front of.
Go through the door. Is everyone going to follow?
I'm gonna let him go in first.
By himself. All right.
Can I go in behind him stealthfully? Using a stealth mode?
Stand right behind his back.
Yes, I will let you. But it will be with disadvantage just because of the technical fail on the last check.
Fair. A 17.
17? Okay. You enter this room. Do you have dark vision?
I'm the one who doesn't have it.
All right. You don't really see anything. This is one of the few rooms where the exterior light from outside is not getting into it, and there's no currently internal light source. So you don't really see anything besides like darkness. Maybe you think there's a door on the other side. You can see the basic outlines of the walls a little bit, but you can't really see what else is going on.
I don't see the fire pit, or it's just not lit.
You don't see it. It's not lit. Frito, you see that this is a high, narrow hall, and it looks like it might have been part of a chapel or a shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, overlooking the floor. To the north, heavy curtains block a matching pair of archways. Between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier.
If I don't hear him like conversing with anyone right away, I'll peek my head through and
All right.
notice nobody's there, I guess.
Nick, as you are looking around at this new thing and you see Robert sort of like stumbling around a little bit, you feel like a humming come from your blade.
Uh-oh.
And you start looking around quickly to figure out what is warning you of. And you look around, you see nothing on the ground.
I look up.
Perfect. And you notice up above. Make a religion check for me as well.
16.
16. First, you notice some statues of the deities that were once worshipped here. You notice Agama, Oghma, god of knowledge. Mistra, the god of magic. Lathander, the god of dawn. And your personal deity, Tamora, the god of luck, was once worshipped here before it was overtaken by the goblins. Your eyes clock those as you're looking up, but then you notice a monstrous creature staring down at Robert. You can't quite identify it right off the bat, but you see it leap at Robert, and we're going to start initiative.
But Robert can't be surprised either.
Is that what it reads?
You or any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised.
Robert, no, he can
I
sort
know
of like heal.
something's going on, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he can't feel the humming,
You can feel momentum coming your way.
but you can feel something coming at you. You can't see it yet. And then right before you're about to like get hit, right in front of your face appears this like monstrous creature that I don't know if you've seen or not before. Both of you can roll nature checks or survival checks, whichever is higher, to see if you've heard about this. Actually,
roll as
either
well?
history. Are you in the room?
I'm like peeking my head through.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Give me a perception check to see if you even notice the creature. You know something's happening, not quite sure what, and you
18.
I'm not sure. 18, yeah. You clock the creature as well once you get the warning from the rapier. History or nature, whichever is higher, is what you can
18.
roll.
There's no
18.
fucking way. 23.
23. Let me
5.
mess around. You're like, holy shit, there's a creature.
What the fuck is
That's your
that?
response, Horus. This is not one you have seen at all.
In my
in-
many adventures.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Sorry, I'm just messing around with some stuff to account for Gundren. While you guys have Gundren in your party, you will be receiving less XP. Just to let you know.
Fair enough.
But that also gives you a chance to get Gundren XP and possibly make him better.
Yeah.
Worth him
You-
level 20.
The other two, Robert and Frito. Robert, you just noticed this right before it hits you, and you get Talon up in time to prevent any surprise attacks. Frito, from the shadows, you notice this creature, and you find a Grick.
Huh?
It's sort
What's
of
a
a
Grick?
snake-like creature with a beak and a tentacle coming off of its head. It's a worm-like monstrosity, blends in with rocks of caverns it haunts. When prey come near, its barbed tentacles unfurl to reveal a snapping beak, is what it says.
So the creature's a Greek, or the Greek is on top of the creature's head?
The Grick is the creature.
Okay.
And I can...
It's a Greek person.
copies.
Ah!
This is what is lunging at you guys.
That's hot.
Ugh. Looks like a sarlacc pit.
It does. These guys will step forward. They also feel the warning. They don't see this creature.
And it came from the ceiling?
It came from the ceiling.
Interesting.
I will need everyone to roll initiative.
19.
18.
19. All right. 18 for Oris. 19 for Frito. Gerald
18.
did horrible.
14 for 18, though.
14 for you, Robert?
18, but it's a 14 plus 4, 18.
I just need the full number. Gundren, here's his +1. Sorry, there's a lot of non-player characters that I have to with. We're gonna do something a little. I got the initiative order. The Grick, because it lunged at first, this won't be a surprise action, but I'm going to just naturally move its initiative to the top of the order because it acted first. There won't be any surprise attacks. No one will have advantage and all of that. It's just naturally how the story is going. The Grick is the first to act.
Yeah.
And it is going to lunge at Robert. Robert being the only person that can see why the. Sorry, they're not move this. Sorry, I had the label for the room like right in the middle of the map, right where I was trying to put the Grick, and it covered it annoyingly, so I just had to move that out of the way. It's going to lunge at you with its 4 tentacles, looking to hit you, Robert. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
You feel its tentacles wrap around you and start squeezing you a little bit, and it does 12 damage.
Jeez Louise.
What an asshole.
Doesn't let you be surprised. It's then going to, now that you're wrapped in its tentacles, it's going to reach out and bite you with its beak. Does an unnatural 20 hit.
Yeah.
That does 4 more damage as it bites into you. You're not grappled, so it sort of releases its tentacles from you after it used them to smack the shit out of you and bite you. That brings us to Burrito.
All right, so the Greek hasn't
Grick.
the Greek.
Yes.
The Greek hasn't noticed me. And it's prone because it's wrapped up a big bobby. Can I get advantage on this attack roll?
It is not prone, just because
Well, it's like
reasons.
motionless though.
It's not restricted in movement anyway, but yes, it hasn't noticed you, so you're still going to get advantage. Advantage doesn't stack, so you still have one no matter what.
I want triple advantage. Fuck. Ah, shit. God damn it. That is a 24.
Damn.
24 hits. Is that a natural 20?
One off.
One off.
Damn.
Roll my d8. Okay, so that's gonna be 9 damage off the gate. I get the sneak attack because Andrew is making love to it currently.
And you also have sneak attack triggers for that, or if you have advantage. So,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
but only once.
Where is my d6?
Has it not leveled up to 2d6s yet?
Oh no, it is 2d6s. I'm just trying to find it. There it is. Okay, that's gonna be an extra 3 damage.
Ooh, that's some bad roll. But you leap forward, you have a rapier, right? You stab it with your rapier, and you get it in just the right vulnerable spot because it doesn't see you, and you pierce it, doing that 12 damage? 12 damage, yes.
Yep. And
Stab
then I'm
into
gonna
it.
cunning action, disengage, and hide to see if I can just attack again.
You can disengage, but you cannot hide.
Let's see. Can I hide and not disengage?
It would be tricky just because you're right next to it and it just attacked you, and you just
Right.
attacked it. You can try.
Could I try like stealth with disadvantage?
It wouldn't necessarily be disadvantage. It's just going to be a high DC to beat.
Okay, perfect. 17.
You'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
You attempt to be sneaky and hide. You don't know if it's worked or not. That brings us to Oris next.
Okay, and it's still dark in here, right?
Yes, but you can see.
All right, I'm gonna use my action to. Let me ask you a question. Does it look like Robert will be able to act despite it having him
I did specifically say he was not
Yeah,
grappled.
it let
so
go
yes.
of me.
So I'm gonna use.
It gave me a kiss and then left.
I guess I'll just like walk in front of the door for a second, cast dancing lights in the room so Robert can see.
How much? What is like the? How much light does it produce?
I think it's 10. It lights up to 60. Wait, hold on. As a bonus action, you can create up a star. 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius. Okay. And you're doing it right over the brick,
Yeah.
I assume.
I want to light up that brick.
Boom. Light. You can now see in like a square around the brick what is going on, Robert.
Yay!
And then I'm going to bonus action hex. And one thing I continuously forget to do in this campaign when I hex is to give a saving throw that the creature, or whatever I'm hexing, has disadvantage on. And I'm going to do wisdom.
Wisdom. So it has wisdom disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Keep
Just in case anyone...
record of that somewhere, and if I have to roll a wisdom, just let me know.
Yep.
I really need to get a notebook so I don't have to type all this up all the time. Is that your action?
Can I move into the room, or is Frito in the way?
You can move past him. So you can move here or here.
Okay.
Move over there.
Can I continue moving?
Yes.
5 feet. So I'm
So you move 10 feet.
10 feet. I don't really want to move all that far away. I guess I'll just move like
Far
here.
enough that people can get in the room still.
Yeah, I'll move here so that I have range on it, and that'll be my turn.
All right. That'll be Robert.
What does Hex do?
Gives Dylan bonus damage of a d6, and he rolls the d6 once, and it applies for the
Okay.
entire hex, right?
Yeah.
So what is your hex damage?
1d6.
I guess we should have said, like, roll it. My question is with hex, do you roll it on each attack, or do you roll it like when you cast hex and then
No, when I hit it with an attack, I roll the
you
extra
hit it?
damage.
It's sort of like Hunter's Mark. You get extra damage,
Yeah.
and then he can make a creature's ability worse. That just happens, right?
Yeah, so it has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
So this would be a great time for you to mock it.
That being said, I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship on this individual, and it must make a Wisdom saving throw of a
I need
14.
Is this an animal?
Yes, that is my question.
It's not humanoid, so I would hope so. I don't think it's a plant. I might be wrong.
Yeah, but it might be a creature or something. I don't know how D&D.
This specifically says beast.
Hey, yo.
I guess the equivalent of this would be like you're playing D&D and you're trying to cast this on like we are playing D&D. I meant Baldur's Gate,
That's crazy.
and you try to cast it on
Like a bugbear.
not a bugbear. I was thinking
Oh,
No, I
those
mean
ones are
owl bear.
Fucking
Sorry.
intelligent.
yeah on an owl. Oh, an owl bear.
I feel like they'd be beasts too, because they're half bear.
Great. You have me questioning everything. Yeah, just on an owl bear and on the geek, it specifically says monstrosity.
Wild. I think beast is its own thing. It's a monster type.
Okay, that is I just looked up on Reddit because that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And I
Of
like
course.
what someone says. Beasts are beasts, which is what I'm getting at. Beasts are native to the material plane from normal creation, so that's why I would probably include a owl bear because at one point it wasn't, but now it's just so common and they've like successfully integrated into the. Because you have to be a little lenient with it. But monstrosities are mutated semi-intelligent through magic, alchemical, or unnatural rituals, which I think this is more so what that is.
Shit's too weird.
How about this for now? Because it's a monstrosity, it's a wisdom, right?
Yeah.
We'll rule it like this: monstrosities, you try to roll it against, unless it's like quite clearly something that it wouldn't work on. The monstrosity has advantage on
Okay.
the saving throw, but because this is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yep.
So it's just neutral. And what is it trying to beat?
14.
14. Does that sound fair to everyone?
Yeah, I mean, if you want
Nice to
to
meet.
give him an
Absolutely
opportunity
Better
to
better
befriend
than the
this
default rules.
bitch.
All right. Unfortunately, 17 plus 2 for 19.
The fix is in. The fix is in.
You're done, pal.
So you cast Animal Friendship, hoping to calm the beast, and you just sort of hear a. I was trying to do a clicking of a beak. That did not come out. That was more of a sucking of a dick.
He's trying to seduce me. I knew it.
Sort of like that noise, but also like a slapping of tentacles at the same time is what you hear from the beast.
Oh, that's hot.
Anything else you would like to do?
I used all my bonus actions already, so I'm good.
All right. That brings us to Gundren, who, in a surprise twist of events, is going to come forward, step in a little bit to get out of the range of everyone. And then you see him pull out that little device he created earlier and sort of press a button on it. And then you see it sort of glow red
What
at
the
the tip
fuck?
of it. And then a bolt of fire comes streaming out and hits the brick.
What the hell?
Doesn't hit it. I have to roll to see if it does.
Hits Big
It does.
Bobby in the back of the head.
He got a 21 to hit, so
Explode.
fire bolt comes out of this device and smashes into the brick, and does
Holy shit!
4 damage.
Who needs Mithril Star?
In case you can't tell, I class Gundren into an artificer
Nice.
to fit with the whole discovery of an ancient magical forge. Correct?
Yeah. No, that works really well.
I told you it would be a
Gundren!
surprise.
Gundren, my boy! Keep it up!
Told you it would be a surprise, Oris.
Big smile on my face. I know you can't tell. I'm a drop.
I hope it was a good one.
Maybe a horny one a little bit.
Does he have any bonus actions? No, not yet. He's only level 1.
Oh, shit.
That brings us to Gerald. Despite his successful rediscovering of an ancient cave, he hasn't done a lot of adventuring for very long, so he's at level 1.
I see why you hired a bodyguard.
Exactly. That brings us to Gerald, who is going to step into the room here.
Go crazy, go stupid. Is that the end of his turn?
Sorry, I was just trying to see if I should heal Andrew or not. I guess I should ask, would you guys rather have Gerald heal Andrew or do damage to the creature?
Well, I feel like Andrew's going to be a little biased here.
Yeah, I don't
But-
really want to hear his input on this.
I feel like killing this thing would be good so it doesn't kill the rest of us, but also I see both sides of it.
I'll whack it.
Whack it. All right.
Yeah.
We have a whack it. Gerald raises his greatsword, as you've all seen in days past. It swings. Oh boy. That might actually still hit. It does. He got a 14.
Let's go!
And then it does 2d6s plus 4. He got a 14 on both things. You see him raise his sword, bring it down, and cut the head off this monster before you.
I hold in a primal scream.
As Gerald once again
Saves the day.
kills the big bad before it can overly kill you guys. That ends that combat. Let us just quick resolve XP before we do any. All right, everyone gets 90 experience, including Gundren.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh, gee whiz.
That was scary.
Now we should heal, Robert.
Yes.
How loud was this fight?
I feel like the fireball may have been a bit loud.
Surprisingly, it wasn't.
Firebolt.
Nice.
Okay. And my dancing lights are still going. How long does that go?
They are, but they also don't cover that much.
Yeah. And they only last for a minute, so.
All right, you have the beaten creature below you. Gerald turns to Robert, seeing the suction cups marks on your face and the little bit of skin bitten out of your side. He raises his hand and casts Cure Wounds on you.
You said this was a shrine room?
Frito noticed that. The rest of you have not, so Frito would have to share that information.
Share
8
that
hit
information.
points, Robert.
Ooh.
Yes. This was at one point a chapel or shrine. It looks like the rest of it probably continues behind the curtains. And as Frito pointed out, up around you, you see the statues of the gods I mentioned earlier. Would you like a recap of which ones those are?
Yeah.
The god of knowledge, Ogama.
Obama.
Because it's Oghma. So,
Sounds like someone that needs to be in jail. Am I right? Yeah,
Agama.
I am. Thank you.
Mistra, god of magic.
Gale's person?
Or Gale. Yeah, Gale's lover.
Yeah.
The Lathander, the god of dawn. Also that mace you can get in the Githyanki camp. His blood.
Oh. Man, I
And
love that
that's-
that game's based in that universe. And then, did you say something about, like,
And Nick's personal patron, Tamora, the god of luck.
Tamora, that's what it was. Okay. This is a bit of a side tangent, but I found in Baldur's Gate with my Oris character blue dye that in the description it mentions Auril, the Queen of Darkness, in it, and I nearly came my pants.
Nice.
Well, shit. So there's statues up in the ceiling?
Yeah, maybe like 5 feet off the ground, inlaid into the walls. There's some statues.
Cool.
And then behind one of the statues is where the Grick was hiding.
Okay.
In this religious area, I'm gonna hoist a big one to my guide Tamora and
Woman,
do a
I
religion
believe.
check. Woman.
You're kneeling down in front of the statue of your deity, and you're doing a small offering and prayer.
Yep.
You pull out one of your rations, and you dump it. You sort of leave it at the feet of her statue. You kneel down and go into prayer. Roll religion.
Nat 1 plus 4, 5.
You don't feel anything during the prayer besides the satisfaction you know of getting in your prayer when you can.
God is good.
It seems this place has been
Abandoned.
possibly defiled or abandoned enough that Tamora no longer keeps watch here for her loyal followers.
And I'll at least pay my respects. And I'll scatter the rations around the room in inconspicuous areas.
Yes, to attract rats.
And also that no one knows that we were here.
Oh, you okay? Yeah. You've done that. Which way do you plan on going?
Is there any kind of check I can do on this creature to see if I understand anything about it or where it came from?
Sure. Give me a nature check. This is going to be a pretty high DC.
Okay. 14.
14. Now that people have talked about Grix a little bit, you remember a little bit more about these type of creatures just from your days adventuring. But all you can really remember is that they're dangerous when you're alone, or when they have been alive for longer, and that they typically haunt caverns and caves. So it's weird that one is here in this castle. Though the ruinous state this castle is in, maybe it's not so much of a surprise.
Do we hear anything? Like anyone talking behind these curtains or anything?
Give me a insight.
Not perception.
That is not sound, is it?
Insight is
It
like
is.
reading somebody.
Yes. Perception. Sorry. Oh, my eye. Dry as fuck.
My eyes.
12.
My eyes.
You cannot hear anything beyond the curtains.
Okay, I'm gonna look beyond the curtain.
How are you looking beyond the curtain?
I walk up, I put my hand on one side of the curtain, I pull it a little bit to the side and stick my head through.
You're trying. Roll stealth.
11?
You go and you pull the curtain open a little bit, and you look inside, and you see this altar room, as well as 3 goblins.
They got the C9. Oh shit. Oh.
Sorry, I accidentally brought that with me. But
Cloud
you
nine.
also see
Let's
the
go.
3 goblins staring right at you. So, initiative.
4.
Give me a moment. We start initiative. Before all this happened, was there anything else besides still anybody wanted to do in the room with the Greg?
Robert went over to the other curtain because that's the only exit he saw.
Right. No one looks around at anything else.
Nope.
That combat is going to start off with Robert. But first, the chamber that occupies the northern tower of the castle. Stone altar stands in the middle of the room, covered with a blood-stained black cloth. Gold ritual instruments, a chalice, and a censer are carefully arranged atop the altar. 2 archways to the south are covered with heavy curtains. And you can see and hear Robert because the arrow slits are providing light.
Okay. So I pulled back the curtain already.
Yes.
Then, okay. All right. The goblins, do they notice me, or are they all looking at homeboy over
You
there?
open the curtain and you see they also notice you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in and ask if Lupo is in here.
What do you say to ask that? How do you ask that?
Ah!
That's not a question.
You just scream,
What?
"Ah!"
I'll clasp my hands together and do a little bow. Pardon for the interruption. Is Lupo in here?
Are you still
I'll-
pretending to be the drow?
Yep.
Hello.
Roll
You want me to
deception.
deceive? I can do that.
Yes.
I love deception so much. 25.
Jesus. If they ask, I'm just one of your drow henchmen.
Lupo, one of the ones standing behind the altar says. Sorry.
Do they say that too?
No. I'm Lupo. Who's asking?
Do I get to respond, or do we have to wait?
Let's play this out just because you are deceiving them pretty well.
Okay. King Grohl sent me to round up everyone in the castle as we're holding a feast very soon. So I was sent to invite you to join if you're not busy. Apologies for my messenger over there.
How'd you get in here without? Did you kill Grick?
Well, I killed something because it did bite me. Yes.
Can I look at what they're doing and try to figure out what they are doing?
Yes. We will leave unless you have any other actions you want to take. That will be your turn.
Yeah, that can be my turn.
All right. Next is one goblin. They're sort of standing there looking at their boss. Next is the other goblin. Continues to look at their boss. Next is the one who says Lupo, who said they were Lupo, turns and stares at you. You killed my pet, you drow bastard. Drow bitch. And they're going to throw a javelin at you.
Impales me to the wall and I die.
It does an 18 hit.
Yes.
That's going to be 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay. That is going to be their turn. The two other goblins, seeing that their leader did this, start looking more aggressive. Next up is Gundren. He's going to sort of walk over by Gerald as instructed. Next up is Gerald, who can see the javelin sticking out of Robert. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to go here. And sort of look at Oris, like wondering whether or not he should attack, or if we're still trying to have conversation. What sort of look does Gerald get, Oris?
Can I want to look?
You want to roll?
I want to look at what they're doing, but
You are literally last in the initiative. Sorry about that.
yeah. I guess I don't give him any expression.
Look, I do make your roll. This will be we could do it now if you don't mind not having an action on your turn.
Sure. Let's hope I actually passed. What was it for?
You wanted to see what was going on in the room, so investigation.
7.
7. As far as you can tell, this was a place of worship. What they were worshiping, how they worship, you're not quite sure.
Okay, I just look at them like they're goblins.
Swings his sword.
Physical dice roll
Yes.
shit. Virtual dice roll shit. I'll just stick with the virtual dice.
Plus 4, 3, 8. All right. You see Gerald walk over, look over at Oris, seeking confirmation, receiving it, swinging his sword and decapitating the goblin.
Good shit, mate. I'm glad you're still around.
And then he proceeds to take another step forward. Frito, that is you.
Can I do a stealth roll going behind Robert and preparing an action for my next turn?
You can bonus action stealth, so you could stealth and attack on this turn.
I'll stealth then attack.
That is one of your cunning actions.
That'll be a 24 on stealth.
All right. Who are you attacking?
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at this man's right.
All right.
Get
Go ahead.
advantage, right? I think
Yes.
that's gonna be
Uh-oh.
a 24.
24 hits?
Alright, and since Gundren's right next door, or Gundren, excuse me, Gerald is right next door.
You
But I have
do-
advantage, right? I forgot. So
the sneak attack only triggers when you attack with a finesse or ranged weapon, not magic stuff.
Dang it. Alright, then that's just gonna be 9 damage.
All right. A bolt of fire, very similar to the one Gundren created with his tools, leaps forward from your fingers and impacts on this goblin. Any movement? More movement that you haven't used yet?
No, it's okay. I'll just stick behind Big Bobby.
All right. Oris, that is you.
I guess bonus action, move my hex onto the female goblin and give her disadvantage on wisdom saves.
Some saves, all right.
And that's my turn.
Yes.
Actually, I'll back away from the curtain.
Back away a little bit. Perfect. That brings us to Robert, who has somehow become the tank of the party.
Hello, everybody. The Markiplier. I'm gonna walk in a bit more here. Go right there. And let's see what kind of silly little activities we can get up to.
So you're moving over there and you're trying to do what?
I'm gonna throw a lawn dart at the one on the left.
This one, correct?
Yep.
All right.
That will be a 16 to hit the goblin.
That hits.
Great. That will be 7 lawn dart damage.
How do you do it?
I wind up like I'm a baseball pitcher, and I throw it right into their nose hole.
Goes right up their nose, into their brain, falls over, dead.
I start doing the Egyptian dance and end my turn in attack mode.
That's racist.
All right. That brings us back to the stronger looking goblin, who, seeing all this chaos and death around them, is gonna snarl, "You shouldn't have touched Grick!" I mean, they're gonna swing at Gerald. Does that hit? I don't think it does. No, it does not. They swing again, and they miss. They cling, clang off the armor twice
Boing, boing.
with the sword, and it doesn't look like it's done a dent to the sparkling adamantine that Gerald wears.
Somehow the armor is thicker now.
That brings us to Gundren, who's going to walk forward, step over here, pull out that device again. Another bolt of fire goes across the room. However, this time it splashes against the altar, not hitting the goblin, and Gundren steps back.
You slut.
Gerald is going to go and do what Gerald does best.
Let's all just leave the room for a minute.
Smash!
However, this time, Gerald swings his great sword, and the goblin blocks it with their scimitar. Swords scrape against each other as Gerald's sword is thrown to the side.
Oh my god.
That brings us to Frito.
Can I stealth up to this altar and then stealth attack the goblin behind it with my rapier?
You can attempt to. You are not really hiding behind anything. Are you out of arrows or something?
I gave my short bow away.
Oh, I don't think the Gundren didn't take it.
It's on the
I
ground
guess-
somewhere.
You still have it.
No!
He took the dagger.
If I still have it, I'll shoot my short bow because I think that allows me to do my sneak attack. But can I
Alright.
stealth before I do it?
Give me a roll.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, you will have advantage.
Just have to add the short bow back to my inventory. With advantage, that is gonna be unnatural 20 again.
Huzzah.
That will hit.
And now I get to use my sneak attack. Waha.
Now you do.
So that's gonna be 7 plus 6, 13 damage.
Frito releases the arrow, flying across the room, pegs Lufo right between the eyes,
Boom.
and they fall over dead.
Get wrecked,
It
loser.
almost seems like goblins aren't that much for you guys to deal with anymore.
I dab on
Especially when they
their
get
death.
no-scoped.
Dabble in the dead.
That will be 60 XP for everyone.
I'm gonna peel my dart out of the goblin's nose.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna get my arrow back too.
Fair enough. What would you all like to do in the room?
Now that we're not in combat, can I look closer at what they were doing?
Yes. Give me another investigation.
Please roll well. Please, sir. I need a well roll. 16.
16. All right. Looking around once again, you realize this was some sort of religious practice for these goblins. I don't believe you're super familiar with the religious practice of goblins, but obviously it had something to do with blood from the blood-stained sheet on the altar. You do realize that the chalice and the censer, which are both made of gold, are valuable and probably something worth picking up. But you
Okay.
also notice on the altar are the same images of those gods you saw in the previous room.
Can I search the goblins?
Yes.
Do I have to roll for that?
You find, no, they didn't have anything especially good on them.
Okay.
You just find the typical, like, scimitar, javelin, short bow on them.
Nothing of use to me.
Nothing of use. You do see Gundren come out of this room. Boy? No, I won't say boys. Boy.
Fellas!
Adventurers. While I was looking around in the other room, and he pulls out a gold statuette of an elf. Found this in the brazier buried under some of the coals.
Ooh, pretty.
Holy shit, Gundren. I just realized you're wearing a hat.
He's not, that's just the image.
Oh, okay. They took it.
No! When I find that hat, man.
I
He's
remember
getting
you were wearing a hat when we first met. You're no longer wearing it. Unfortunate. Well, what do you think that
Insight check.
And it's actually, because we're in a shrine to the gods and all, I used some of my devices to detect any unnatural magical energies, and I found some coming from the statue.
What the
I
fuck?
love magical energies.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yes.
Will that give me
I'll do one.
information about it, or like...
You will be able to sense the magic coming from it.
22.
You realize you are getting a taste of divination magic emanating from the object. It's almost as if someone imbued the statue with the augury spell.
Oh. And it seems like it hasn't been used yet?
Does
Let me see that, Gundren.
of course. He hands it over.
How big is it? Does it fit in both hands?
It's a small statuette, so it's maybe like the size of an action figure. So you could hold it in one hand.
So, I think this statue can give us an omen from an otherworldly entity.
That sounds mighty helpful, sir.
Yes. I don't really know what that means.
This is like
Perfect.
in pagan times when they would like sacrifice an animal and open its guts and read the omens
Right.
to see if it was going to be a good harvest or a bad harvest.
I
It's
get
more
you.
that type of
Okay.
divination, not like you're not getting a prophecy, you're not looking into the future, you're not gazing into a crystal ball and seeing the spider, you're
Right.
casting the bones and seeing what the portents say to you, but in statue form.
Okay. Do we want to see what it says?
No.
Why not?
You speak.
I assume Frito comes into the room.
Yep, I'll come into the room. Sorry,
why-
I'm devouring some chicken parm.
Hell yeah.
Well, with that, you got like a 23, right?
I got 22.
22. You do, however, sense that it is quite limited in that a creature will only ever be able to ask it a question once.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so what could we get an omen about?
I can read specifically what augury says to you. By casting gem-laden sticks, in this case the statue, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So it could be like, if I'm going through this door, am I going to die? And you'll get like, you'll have good results, you'll have bad results, you'll have both good and bad results. The results aren't especially good it's like a magic 8-ball,
Right.
essentially, but accurate.
Okay.
Unless combat happens and something I wasn't expecting happens. In which case, it might be accurate.
So could I ask it, like, will clearing out the rest of the castle go well?
Yes.
Okay, I ask that. Oh, magical statue, with your golden light, share with me what will happen when we continue on this goblin-y fight.
You hear an ethereal voice in your head say to you,
Ah, friends, we are very lucky on this day. For if we, in the next 30 minutes, manage to clear out this castle, nothing bad will go wrong.
Fantastic.
Let's get to work. Go, go, go.
Go.
I want to throw this door open.
Okay. You
I just
that
kick it
door
open.
Throwing caution to the wind.